Hello, everybody. Matthew from therighttrader.com, and look at this absolute deep green, mostly across the board here. And this is really the perfect example of the fact that we are back in a bull market. So this is one of the most important things to talk about now is where is Bitcoin heading next? We're currently at around 62, 63K. Ethereum also doing amazing. Okay, BTC and ETH are up basically 50% in the last month. Some altcoins like Shiba Inu and others have actually managed to outperform that, which is something that I wanted to talk about in this video because altcoins are really heating up. I mean, look at this for Shiba Inu, 125% gain in the last 7 days alone. Welcome everybody. I'm sure you're all excited to see this live stream here. We're going to talk about the bull market here that we've entered in, what it might look like a couple months down the line. Are we going to be higher? Are we going to be lower? How might the halving affect this? And I want to ask you right now in the chat down below, what is the altcoin that you are the most bullish on? Because I'm going to talk about BTC, but I'm also going to talk about altcoins in this live stream. Is it Solana? Is it XRP? Is it Dogecoin? Is it AVAX? Is it Shiba Inu? A lot of people like different coins, but I'm interested to hear what you think. I also mentioned the fact that we've been seeing a lot of OG altcoins. Typically things, for example, like Bitcoin Cash or Filecoin, also seeing massive moves. Okay, actually, in many cases, outperforming Bitcoin and ETH, which is not very easy to do. But Bitcoin Cash did outperform Bitcoin. I know some people don't like Bitcoin Cash, but that's the fact of the matter, okay? Filecoin, of course, a huge mover as well in the last couple weeks. So looking at the Bitcoin chart here, there is a couple things right off the bat to take a look at. And by the way, for everybody who's watching this stream, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and most importantly, today, for 7 days only, we have a limited time offer, 100% free to join the Right Trader exclusive VIP Telegram group. Just click the link down in the description below or in the pinned comment section, and you can join the Right Trader VIP group 100% free. No need to put in credit card information. You can join, you can take advantage of our market insights, our current trades that we have going on. I'm actually currently long on Solana right now, and I'm sharing all those trades for free. Everything is open for you guys for 7 days only. Okay, this is a bull market special offer, so check that out if you haven't already. Now, looking at the Bitcoin chart here, right off the bat, you should be spotting something. Okay, and of course, first thing is that we are basically at the neckline here, meaning back to the all-time highs, right? We're a little bit below the absolute all-time high, which in fact was pretty much 69K on the dot, I believe, right up here. So that is the absolute peak all-time high, right? We are not far away from that. In fact, we're less than 10% away from putting in a new all-time high. And that's why I titled this live stream as I did, which was, is Bitcoin going to hit the 80K level? Well, taking a look at what's been happening, the price action, there is definitely a chance of that happening. And in fact, a pretty high chance. Now, of course, we know that a couple months down the line, it's guaranteed that we're going to be, 80K plus. But we're talking about even in the next 2 to 4 weeks, can we test 80K? Is that possible? Maybe in the next month and a half. So first off, it's important to notice the bigger pattern that we're in, okay? We have completely bounced from the lows. I'm sorry for everybody who missed out the 15K, 20K dip. We are not returning there ever again. In fact, that's supported by the Plan B analysis. The stock to flow model says that we're never going below 35K ever again. So let alone that 15K, that was the peak bottom. Now, looking at the chart setup, right, we're seeing a lot of similar activity as we were back during the good old bull market, okay? I mean, look at the similarity in terms of the run-up here. If we look back previously, same exact type of thing going on, okay? Literally could not be more similar from that bottom over there. Very similar, actually, to the breakout zone the previous time, okay? So, in a way, this pullback was a retest of that breakout, right? And it became support. So we very quickly, of course, from there made our return back to the highs, and we are now up 288% on Bitcoin here since the lows. Now, the pattern that I'm specifically talking about is, a U-shaped pattern, but in fact, this one is so steep, some people might even call it a V-shaped pattern. However, I do believe it is slightly curved here. So if I go ahead and pull out my curve tool, we're going to notice exactly what I am talking about. So check this out, guys. This is something that you're not going to see on a lot of other YouTube channels. We're looking at the big picture here, and look at that. Perfect cup and handle formation. Now, a couple things to talk about, okay? We are back at that all-time high level, more or less, and this is our first time, right, since the bull market, the previous bull market, I should say, as we're entering this new one, that we're retesting this 64K level. Very, very important level, a level that's caused a lot of resistance, even historically speaking, right? Back here, you can see a lot of trouble actually getting back above that level. Similar here, where we did move a little bit above it, but a lot of difficulty around that 64 to 65K area. However, now we're retesting it, right? So first off, that just shows you the strength that we have, that we are back to the highs of the bull market. That's number one. Number two, notice the trade opportunities here, okay? Bitcoin has been seeing these massive moves, sometimes volatile. That's great for us traders. Now, this is our first time since this run-up retesting the 64K level. Does that mean that we're going to get a pullback or not? Well, it's possible. Some type of pullback may happen. However, look at what's happening on the chart here. I'm going to go over to the 4-hour time frame to show you in depth what the actual short-term pattern here is showing us. And in fact, if we draw this out, we are currently experiencing a bullish pennant. And in fact, it's breaking out as I am talking about this right now. Okay? Look at this. We are seeing a bullish pennant, and everybody knows, if you know the bullish pennant pattern, go check it out. I just posted some information on that in the VIP trade group. Like I said, it's open for everybody. Just click the link in the description or in the pinned comment section. But typically what we get here is a breakout to the upside. Why? Because a bullish pennant, right, is a small symmetrical triangle, basically, but that is formed after we already had an initial run-up. So this is textbook bullish pennant pattern, okay? And in fact, we even had this back here to a certain extent, right? It was a little bit less clear, but very similar scenario here, where we basically had a bit of a pennant formation after already having a run-up, and we're just repeating this a second time, right? That's why we're seeing so much strength. We're actually pushing towards the upside of this pennant. Now, can we fall back in it, consolidate 1 or 2 more days? It's possible, right? We're really reaching the end of this pattern here. So don't expect this to last that much longer. And in fact, as we're heading into the new week here, we're actually seeing this break above to the upside. So now we need to talk about what is our breakout target. Well, we're going to do a very simple top to bottom analysis here, right? Take this from the extension, bring it out to the breakout level. Now, let's assume the breakout level is here even, okay? We're going to be moving to at least 66,000. Now, why did I title this $80,000? Because right now, right, let's go back to the daily time frame, and we're going to also talk about altcoins. In the meantime, I want you to tell me in the comment section down below which are the altcoins you're most bullish on. Because, by the way, I'm excited to share this with you guys. But first off, look at the Fear and Greed Index, okay? This is the overall crypto market sentiment. It's extremely high at 83. Yet another sign that we are out of the bear market, okay? I talked about this in the VIP group. In crypto, we do have consolidations, okay? What are examples of the consolidation? It can be as small as what we had here, or it can be the longer patterns like during the bull market, okay? Sorry, during the bear market, right? Long multi-month consolidations like we have here. However, there are only 2 things in crypto in terms of the true market conditions. We are either in a bear market like we were right back during the strong consolidation periods, or we are in bull markets. There's no in between with crypto. This is very, very well tracked in terms of the previous historical patterns, right? We talk about 4-year patterns. There are mid-cycle patterns, but there's multi-year patterns in crypto. And the patterns go from extremely bullish, basically, to extremely bearish. There's no in between, okay? So this sign that we're seeing extreme greed. A lot of people see this and they think, oh, I need to short crypto. You're going to get wrecked like everybody who tried to short during this run up. Why? Because you're not understanding the deeper market conditions here, and you're just looking at crypto at the surface level like a bunch of noobs, okay? You need to pay attention to what's happening with the historical values of the Fear and Greed Index. Look at this. Just a month ago, we're at 63. Last week, 74. Yesterday, 80. Now we're at 83. We keep pushing higher. Why is that? Because we're literally pushing new all-time highs as we speak, basically, right? That's what I believe is going to happen, to make a long story short. And that 80K price level is very important to me personally. I have a lot of experience with crypto, over 8 years, a lot of price action experience. And the thing is here, there's going to have to be a level here where Bitcoin slows down. It's very hard to know when that's going to be though, because if we do manage to break to 66K, there's only two things that can happen, right? We're either going to see a very hard rejection at 66K and get what a lot of people have been, kind of thinking, which is a big pullback right before the start of the next bull market. I'm not saying that's impossible, but I think be careful betting on that, because right now the signs are pointing towards us actually seeing a breakout, okay? And I will explain why even more in just a second. But first off, look at the strength we have, right? Fear and Greed Index, 83. This is a bullish sign. When we're now, when we're going past 90, then you can think, okay, maybe I should hold off on entering along, or maybe I should consider going in short. Right now, though, especially when you're seeing this strong run up, until this peaks out, don't start thinking too much about shorts unless it's extremely short-term trades, and even then, you'll have to be an experienced trader to be able to catch those. Of course, this is something that I talk about and teach all our members and students in the VIP group. For those who have just joined, we have 12 live viewers. Thank you so much for your support. We're also going to be diving into the altcoins here. You haven't missed anything. And don't forget our 7-day exclusive offer, 100% free, to join the VIP Elite Telegram group. Thank you for all our messages in the comment section below. Someone talking about SEI, very, very bullish altcoin, one of the strongest out there. We also have some people that like Solana and Matic. Lots of good coins. I'm telling you, keep an eye on those altcoins, because that is where you're going to get the easiest returns and the easiest trades right now, okay? Bitcoin better for a swing trade, right? Be ready to hold it maybe a few weeks. Same thing for Ethereum here. And be careful also how you position yourself. However, altcoins, there are altcoins that have, not performed as much as they should, not because they're not strong. It's just their time hasn't arrived yet. And I think XRP is a great example of that. I think XRP is heading to 75 cents very soon and will be reaching $1. I'm going to make a separate video entirely on XRP on how it's going to reach $1 way quicker than anybody expects. And just like many coins that pumped, like Solana, when I told you guys it was going to see $150, well, you guessed it. I will be here to say I told you so. But I also want to teach you guys my thinking, my strategy, so you can apply this to yourself, right, in your own trades. Now, the altcoin season index is not to be confused with the Bitcoin or the general crypto market fear and greed index, okay? The altcoin season index shows us how close we are to altcoin season, and when we are in an altcoin season, which actually is considered above 75 on the indicator, how strong are we in that altcoin season? So as you can see here, we have just not yet entered our altcoin season, but we are a stone throws away. And I think this altcoin season is going to be absolutely insane. Why? Because a lot of people are going to be chasing gains in altcoins because they feel like they missed out on Bitcoin and ETH. And this is already being seen with things like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Bitcoin Cash, perfect example, right? Is Bitcoin Cash fundamentally as strong of a coin as Bitcoin? No, but people see it as, okay, I can get a cheaper version of Bitcoin, right? Well, right now they'll have been correct on the thesis that they're outperforming BTC. This is important stuff to notice. So, altcoin season. We are not there yet, but we're extremely close. And in fact, when is altcoin season, right? Historically, we have the Plan B chart for Bitcoin. When does altcoin season tend to happen? This might be the most important thing that I explain in this video. Altcoin season tends to happen as Bitcoin peaks out or reaches its short-term highs, okay? So right now, great example, as Bitcoin is nearing its all-time highs, altcoins have to compensate that, right? Are most altcoins at their all-time highs right now? Dogecoin all-time high around, let's go ahead and take a look to be exact. The Dogecoin all-time high was at 73 cents. We're nowhere near the Dogecoin all-time high right now. How about AVAX? AVAX all-time high was $150. Even Shiba Inu, not near its all-time high yet. We're still 2-3x away from its all-time high. Same thing with Uniswap. Now, with that being said, there are certain coins, very few, that are pushing all-time highs in the altcoin category. Perfect example would be Solana. Actually, sorry, not all-time highs, but it's back kind of at its short-term highs as with Bitcoin, right? So this is a particularity in the crypto market because most altcoins, like I just showed you, right? Perfect example as well. Cardano, $3 all-time high, not there yet. They're going to have to compensate to match the level of bullishness that Bitcoin has, right? At least your good altcoins. And what that creates is an opportunity, right? A delayed reaction where people who know this can get into the right altcoins to take advantage of that run up. With that being said, there's also a time to be in Bitcoin, okay? So don't be caught on the wrong side of the trade, right? Be diversified a bit, but you need to know, if you're planning on being in crypto for long term, you need to know this shift that happens, right? Where if we see Bitcoin kind of peak out at 66K and start falling back towards, let's say, 57K, 50K, right? And some people might call that as well the handle formation of the cup and handle. Altcoins might still pump for an extra 2, 3, 4 weeks after that as a compensation mechanism, right? Very important stuff to realize. However, if Bitcoin breaks out higher, you might actually see some altcoins slow down temporarily, things like Solana. So pay attention to these patterns, very important. Now, Bitcoin specifically, we know it's at 66K. We want to know how high can it go on a breakout here. Well, let's take a look at the Bitcoin Fibonacci extension, okay? We're currently at the 1 mark of the Fibonacci, which is supposed to be the normal, in normal conditions, as high as it can go. The great news for you is that we're in crypto, and yes, a lot of people would say this is a great short opportunity, and maybe it is. I'd say, to be honest with you, okay, if we move below if we break down below this pennant, I'd start getting cautious, okay? If we lose 60K, I'd get cautious. However, that doesn't seem to be happening, and I think we would have to lose even bigger levels. I just don't see the chart being that weak that we could break, down. We could break down below 57K. If we break down below 57K, we're going to see a little bit of consolidation till the halving before breaking higher. However, like I said, extremely unlikely, which is why I think we might consolidate a little bit here at these very high levels around 65, 66K. But the blast off is going to happen. And I think it's going to happen a lot sooner than people think, right? I'm even saying 2 weeks to maybe a month and a half, at the very most 2 months. And I don't think we could reach that 2 months yet because the chart has so much built up pressure, right? We don't even have the room to move around for 2 weeks. So I really think here this is going to play out in the next month. And this breakout above 66K will mean basically new all-time highs, fresh, forever, never seen before levels, blue sky breakout as it's called, okay, for Bitcoin, meaning probably a move above 69K, meaning we'll enter the 70K range. And where is our next bits of resistance? We'll have to base it off 2 things. One of them being, what level might people see as the next big resistance, okay? Like we knew 20K was big resistance, 50K, what's the next level, okay? 60K is not a very big resistance level. It's just that was the previous all-time high, okay? What would be a more logical area? Well, first off, the next Fibonacci mark, okay, which is our next target in a way, and we have to be extremely strong to reach that because this is, a first standard deviation away from what's normal. Now, I know that sign might complicate it a bit for beginners. What that means, though, is that shorter term, it's not very likely that Bitcoin goes higher than this 1.618 fib, which is at 97K. Perfect level to test possibly before the halving, get a pullback, even if it's a big pullback back to 66K, does not matter. Why? Because we would just bounce right back very shortly after the halving. So in between that, though, where do we have some resistance? Well, the middle area of this, right? Very logically, 80K, big round number, maybe something like 84, 85K. Okay, so right now, I showed you not only the levels to look for in terms of a breakout above the previous all-time highs, but also the sort of take profit areas you can consider this. Okay, so 80K, very, very big area. If you're long on BTC, you can take off 25% there, right? It depends if we're talking short term or long term. Long term, I would not be selling Bitcoin right now under any circumstances. Okay, keep your long term bag for now. That's my personal opinion, not financial advice. I'm just talking about a shorter term swing trade here. So I think this is going to be an area of very key interest, this 80 to 80K level, 80 to 85K level. However, the true target for when we're going to peak out short term is actually 97K. How much of a price move is that from our current levels? Just about another 50 to 55% move. How about the 80K mark? 27% move. Is that really that unachievable? I don't think so. And higher levels after that, those are things that might be seen during the bull market, right? After the halving, but we're talking 150K, 200K. Those are some levels that could very much happen. About the absolute highest we can probably go based on this chart setup for this next bull run, at least the first initial run up, right, is going to be 228K. Now, going back down to reality here, which is hard to do in crypto, we're going to talk about a bit of a contrarian thing that will give us a lot of information. Very controversial thing as well, but important to know. Looking back here historically, we had the mid bear market run up. Okay, I'm talking about this run up here. How big was this run up? Well, it was a run up of 287%. What was our run up here that we had? 287%, 88%. So I made the claim a couple weeks back that we might be in a mid-bear market run-up, okay? And some of that claim still could be true, right? That's why I said keep an eye on a break below 57K. I think if we do break below 57K here in the next month and a half, then yes, this was not yet the bull market. This was the mid bear cycle run-up. However, I think that with the institutional support we have, with the current market optimism, okay, I think that there's a very strong chance that we're not going to be able to see a as big of a pullback as we did last time, where we dropped 72%. I just really do not see that happening, right? I mean, that would be a move back to 16K. I personally just do not see that happening. If it does, that's a huge blessing, right? Best buying opportunity of our lifetimes, probably. But unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to be left in the dust here. And, you know, we'll see in the next month, but I think a lot of people might sell their positions, might even try and short this, and all that's going to create is a breakout above the previous all-time highs into blue sky territory, which means no support, right? Because we've never seen those prices. There is no support. The only support is psychological levels, 80K, 100K, stuff like that, and the Fibonacci extensions. So the main target for that would be 97K. Right below 100K. Perfect level before we start the mega move of the next bull run. That would basically equate kind of to what we saw here, right? Which was the first run up. Okay. Excuse the messy chart, but that's how you want your charts to look at, right? You really want to get down in the details with this stuff. Once again, if you have not joined already, please take advantage. I have opened up as a bull market celebration for 7 days only the VIP Elite Telegram group. Okay. I have never done this before. 7 days only. You can join right now. Click the link in the description or in the pinned comment. You can join our VIP Elite Telegram group for 7 days. Check out our copy trade on Fairdesk. Currently long on Solana in the copy trade. This is all available to you for free. You do not even have to put in a credit card. I give trade signals, market insights, long-term strategies for Bitcoin, crypto, and altcoins. All for free. Check it out. Link in the description down below. I'm sure you guys will absolutely love it. We have an amazing community there. And last point I want to mention, right, as we look at this altcoin season index, what are going to be the altcoins to go for? And I can make 1,000 videos about this in the future, and I probably will. But just to give you guys some value, okay? I've been around during the bear market. I've been around in the bull markets every single time since 2017. You need to catch on to what the next hype is going to be. What is going to be the next topic, idea, thesis in the crypto market that everybody is going to go for, right? Noobs, retail investors, everything. You can make amazing gains on most coins when the market is strong. The proof of that is just look in the top 100. Okay, you would have had to been unlucky to not get a coin that pumped. But how do you catch the real big movers? Look at Floki, guys. This type of coin is a joke, okay? Let's be honest here. It's a joke. I love Floki, and I actually made a video a couple months back on how bullish I was on it just because of the community, right? And this is the really real point that I'm trying to get through here. The strongest movers are going to be, number one, meme coins. Those are guaranteed movers, okay? And there already have been. Floki, 300% gain. Pepe coin, 300% gain. We're talking the last 7 days, guys. These are top 100 coins now. They are not a joke anymore in terms of their price gains. Their communities are extremely strong, and they get a huge amount of longs and liquidity. Shiba Inu, of course, okay? Now, what other coins to look for? Well, an interesting narrative, I think, is going to be the OG coins. What the heck am I talking about? Well, we know that there's value in these older coins, these older chains, right? Just through the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum. But we have these older coins that are performing very well here. Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, which hasn't seen as much price action, but I think that's going to compensate. Filecoin, a very old coin. Even Ethereum Classic. These coins are performing well, okay? Traders have seen now these things perform in the bull markets. They've been around forever, and their price gains, some of them can actually outperform Bitcoin itself. Not easy to do. Okay, what are the coins to avoid in terms of the altcoins? Things that already have played out narratives, meaning they had their time to shine in the previous bull market, and they don't necessarily have the same amount of hype or aren't going to have the same amount of hype this time around. What might be some examples of those coins? Maybe BNB, right? Binance, not the exchange it used to be. That's why I moved to Fairdesk. My point with that is, getting lost in my tabs here, be careful going for things that burn out their narratives, right? Even things like Cardano, AVAX are not my favorite plays for this bull market. Okay, ICP, a junk coin in my opinion, even though it saw crazy returns in the last couple months because people bought it up on the super low prices. I like the things that have strong narratives. AI coins and meme coins are the guaranteed winners in the next bull market. There's going to be some other ones, right? Maybe the gaming coins. But right now, what's looking like it's going to be all the hype all over again, at least for this portion of the initial run-up in the bull market that we're talking about, right? The initial run-up, AI coins and meme coins. That's my last little hint for you guys today. Once again, 7-day limited time only. The VIP group is open for everybody. Just click the link down below, you'll enter it, and get all the valuable insights that I give there. Take advantage of that, please. 7 days only. And you can even during this time period join our extremely exclusive copy trade on Fairdesk. All of the instructions are in the Telegram for that. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. I hope it was insightful, and I have more content coming soon. Thank you for watching, everybody.